Welcome to It's a Fight, home of the belly buttons and Eskimo. Can you say Eskimo?
Yes.
Okay, and Eskimos. We are going to talk about the fight card this week. UFC 253, Adesanya versus Costa.
On September 26th.
This is going to be a crazy fight card. Tons of awesome stuff. Two title belts. One being defended, one being acquired by either person, depending on who shows up that night. Man, it is crazy. The tension of the room is
somewhat straining.
You could split it with a butter knife. They never specify that.
Noodle.
Yeah, they never specify what kind of knife, because it's very specific, like how thick is the tension.
Well, some people say it's thicker than pea soup, and in my experience, pea soup is really not that thick. It's kind of watery.
Especially when you get it from a homeless guy.
Yeah, don't do that.
So, we got here the fight card pulled up, and we're going to start from the bottom to the top, so I don't ramble like a dum-dum. So we got
it's the excitement of the fight. You can't mask it.
Oh, you know, and it's so first up we got Hakeem Dawodu. Hakeem Mean Dawodu versus Zabara the Warrior Takahara. Takahara. I just like saying these guys' names. So, Hakeem is from Canada. And the other guy's from Russia. I'm not even going to go there. Zabara. He's from Russia. And they are, I think these are flyweights.
They're
145
pounds.
So they are flyweights.
Looks like
Hakeem
has...
what did I just do?
I don't know.
Okay. There's a small technical difficulty because I'm hitting buttons. I was trying to go see something here. Featherweight.
There we go.
They're featherweights. 145. So Hakeem has a bigger reach than Zabara. They're both 5'8".
By about 5.5 inches.
I like how they even put the leg reach.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I never
That's
noticed
a new
that.
stat.
Yeah, that's new. Which does make a difference.
Yeah, people have longer legs than others.
Yeah, it does count. I got big head and tiny arms.
I just don't think this fight was really thought
out. Man, fight picks. Fight picks.
Let's see.
The thing is, I know this guy, this Zabara guy,
Mm-hmm.
ruthless. 19-4. This guy, other guy's 11-1. They both have one no contest or draw, whatever.
Well, let's talk about everybody who's come out of Russia, like recently.
Oh,
just on the Contender Series.
Straight
and
murderers.
like that.
Straight murderers.
I really don't think I'd see a difference.
So now this guy Zabara, he's been in decision 61% of the time, and he doesn't have a high knockout rate. This guy Hakeem, man, this guy's a powerhouse. 70% knockout rate, 30% of it goes to decision. None of them went to submission. And fight time total 10 minutes. The other guy is 12 minutes.
Now,
to be honest,
Hakeem does have less fights, so those percentages are...
No, he has more fights.
No,
Hakeem, yeah.
So those percentages are a little, like, differentiated, but...
Okay, but the
stats themselves,
that's
impressive.
Yeah, I'm going Hakeem. This guy looks like I noticed this guy puts pressure. Zabara, he's a pressure fighter, and that's why he goes rounds with people, because he just keeps that pace on people.
But if Hakeem...
This guy looks...
can TKO.
He looks like he's in shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He looks pretty ripped.
Yeah, he looks pretty jacked. He looks like he's in shape. I don't know too much about this guy, actually. I need to go back and watch him. He looks like he'd probably be exciting if he's got that high of a knockout percentage.
That might be a good fight.
It might be a great fight to watch. And, this guy's landed strikes per minute, 5.9. just significant strikes. Set 47% of his strikes. I mean, that's almost half. That's pretty decent. This guy can take a punch clearly, and he's got good defense. Good takedown defense. Oh, see what he does? He pressures people. He puts on the pressure. He takes you down. It's the Khabib. Russian Samba.
Russian Samba. That's basically.
So, but I think this guy can handle it. Look at his takedown defense.
100%.
You know, it looks like he can handle it, and he looks like a wrestler. You know what I mean? He does look like a wrestler.
Less of a wrestler, more of a brawler. Or are you talking about?
No, Hakeem.
Hakeem looks more like a brawler to me. He doesn't look like he's got like a wrestler's body.
No, yeah.
Because wrestlers are more stocky.
Yeah, that's pretty stocky, dude.
Well, I mean,
you mean thick, stocky.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Hakeem. I don't know about you.
I really.
It's hard to ever say anything against a Russian guy now at this point.
Yeah,
but
I'm going with Zabaria.
Okay.
I'm going with Zabaria.
So next up, we got Caitlin Vieira and Sijara Eubanks.
Women's bantamweight.
Yeah, Eubanks is pretty good. She looks very manly. But a woman all the same.
Oh yeah, no, but she's like more jacked than most.
Yeah,
men.
she's very jacked.
Like I think. She puts a lot of time into that.
Yeah, she looks like Cyborg or like Vitor Belfort. Like
it's almost like
pre-steroid.
Cyborg and what's her name? Baby.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah.
But very creepy. So I'm actually gonna immediately go Caitlin because I want this. And this girl looks good. 10-1.
Yeah.
The other girl's 7-4.
She's Brazilian.
She's 5'8". This girl's the Brazilian chick's or Sarah Eubanks is 5'4". I mean, a huge height difference. Huge. Well, only a 1-inch reach difference, but a huge leg reach difference.
About 2.5 inches, but I mean, all the same.
This girl submits. Vieira submits, and I think, and this other girl, Eubanks, 71% went to decision. So the thing is that she's a striker. Yeah, look at this. This Eubanks is gonna get choked out. Takedown defense, 92%, 66%. This is exactly how this is going to happen. Vieira's going to take her down and rear naked choke her. That's exactly how that's going to happen.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Caitlin
Vieira,
yes.
winning. That's an easy.
100%.
That's an easy. It doesn't even look like Eubanks deserves to be in there.
Really
with her,
don't
to
have
be
to
honest.
talk. Well, it's number 7.
Yeah, I think.
Jump.
Yeah, that's a jump. But yeah, in that division, there really isn't.
Well, I
Who
know
else?
there's not a lot of.
She probably ran through the other.
Let's get some more women fighters in the UFC.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Silverfish. He had
a little raining silverfish in here?
This is crazy. That's insane.
We're in Florida.
So next up, we got Kaya Kara France. And Kaya! That guy, I hope he does karate. and Brandon Royval for the flyweight bout. I know Kaya Kara.
Oh my god.
This Kaya Kara guy's nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him fight a couple times.
21-8.
They're 125 pounds. This guy Kaya Kara is 5'4". The other guy's Brandon Royval is 5'9". How are you 5'9" and weigh 125 pounds? What do you have,
Look
bird
how
bones?
skinny he is.
You have bird bones,
He's
dude.
got like that one disease where his chest caves in a little bit, and he's just worked out his chest so much. That's it. He's got skinny muscle.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This guy is 5'4", the other guy is 5'9", and the guy in Caracara, France
has a longer
reach. That's insane. This guy is just the most unproportional person ever.
He's 11-4, so I
he's 11-4. This guy's 21-8. Clearly TKOs. He's had a lot of fights though.
Submissions.
So, I mean, this guy Brandon Royval, he looks like a spidery little, like jiu-jitsu all day kind of guy.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's lengthy.
Wow, his average fight time is less.
It's 8 minutes.
Yeah. And
Oh, yeah, he's not a striker.
No, he's not. No, he's not. But
He's
man,
not a striker at all.
And this guy though, Kai Kara France can take a punch, man, and he has good
And deliver a
defense,
punch,
and he
too.
can deliver. Dude, look at that striking landed per minute. That's
Oh my
insane,
God.
dude. This kid puts out. He has
On
some
his takedown averages. Oh.
takedown defense though is 90%. So this dude can bang, and he can has takedown defense.
Yeah, but his takedown accuracy is 100%. Brandon Roybal.
Oh, we'll see.
Is 100%
this is gonna be
takedown
tough,
accuracy.
man. This is gonna be, and man, this dude
Ooh.
submits everybody.
Oh,
He
no.
just submits everybody. Oh, submission. Where is he from? Oh, he's from the United States.
But
United States. Oh, he looks like a 10th planet. This guy looks like a
like
super
he
skinny
came
Eddie Bravo.
right from Brazil, but he's like second generation jiu-jitsu or something.
Oh, this guy, yeah, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. But this guy, France, dude, do you think he doesn't know how to roll? He's had 20.
No.
He's
see
had
that
29
100%.
fights in MMA fights. I think he has 90%. Do you think he's
That's a
fought
weird
somebody
matchup.
who? Look though, 29 fights. Do you think he hasn't fought somebody that has great jiu-jitsu
No, I'm just saying.
and
Maybe
has
that
tried
was
to
one of
take him
those
down?
I'm saying maybe that was one of those 8.
That's true. That's
So-
true.
Ah,
I wish they could show. Let's see his last loss. If his last loss is via submission, then we'll know, right?
yeah, that's very true.
And we got to see who it's to, though. That's the level of fighter. That's it. Oh, he's got 3 wins by submission. Okay. Oh, he beat Nam. Oh, that's the guy who beat Nam.
Yeah.
Nam. It's Nam.
Man.
But Nam just fought again.
But it went to decision.
Yeah. So I remember that fight though.
Win by TKO.
And Nam's a
decision.
tough dude though. Nam is a tough dude. He knocked this dude out. Went to decision. Oh,
He
look.
got knocked out by that dude.
Oh, okay. So his last loss was being not TKO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Decision.
Who did he lose to? Marino. Oh, that guy's pretty good though. That
He only
kid's
goes
good.
to He's only won by decision.
Yeah, but all these guys look like jiu-jitsu guys. Look at everybody he's fought. It looks like a jiu-jitsu guy. Look at him. Bam, bam, bam. That's like a BJ Penn, like a baby BJ Penn. You know what I mean? So, yeah, these guys, I'm going Kai Kara France.
All right.
I'm going
I think
France.
my
I think
boy
he's
Brandon,
got enough experience, dude.
my boy Brandon's gonna come through.
I think it's about experience
come
in
down.
the ring. I think that
Lock him up.
and he hasn't been choked out at all. If you look, he hasn't been choked out in his
No, you're
last
right.
10 fights.
You're
So,
right.
I mean, clearly he's doing something right.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're down to the last and final 2. And these 2 are for the light heavyweight title bout.
In this corner.
Well, this one is for the light heavyweight title bout. The next one is for the middleweight.
Yeah.
But the main event is for the middleweight. The co-main event, Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz. We talked about this last night.
His name's Jan.
It's Jan. His name is Janice. It's Jan. It's short for Janice, dang it.
Oh,
So,
man.
and this is a sad thing. Last fight for Dominic Reyes was a loss. Now, his last fight was a loss. Who did he lose to? John Jones. Why did he lose? I agree that it was a loss. I 100% agree on that. I myself take into account that last 2 rounds, those championship rounds, especially when it's for a title belt. I think that those last 2 rounds are so crucial to the whole fight. Because if you look at Muhammad Ali, the dude got his ass whooped for 13 rounds and put guys out that last 2 rounds. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like that might be your fighting strategy. I mean, look at most of these guys; they have cardio for days.
They gotta tire each other out.
But on the flip side too, there's a whole nother thing: is that how much can you how far can you dig down? You know what I mean? And when you're tired, you're beaten up. You just went 3 rounds with a killer, and you're doing good. You're doing all right. And Dominic Reyes' standpoint, this is why I feel like he lost the fight. Right? He just had some of the best 3 rounds anybody has ever seen against John Jones, besides Gustafsson. And then that last 2 rounds, he just was gassed. He didn't have it. But to me, that shows. To me, that's like, well, you weren't ready for that belt anyways.
No, 100%.
If you piece this dude up and you had him,
you're gonna be the best of the best. You gotta have the stamina to do it.
100%. And it's not even about stamina. I just think that John Jones had a little bit of heart that night because a flip switched in him, and he was like, "Oh crap, I'm not losing my belt," and he came back and beat your ass.
I mean, it was both.
And so it's like, and Dominic Reyes, if he would have flipped that switch for him, and I don't think in that moment he didn't want it bad enough. John Jones wanted it more. And if you want to be a champion, those last 2 rounds, and if you're going to go a 5-round fight, or a 3-round fight, whatever the case may be, that last round in a 5-round fight, that last 2 rounds, means everything. It shows who you are as a person. You guys just fought for 15 minutes. Now let's see who's the best. Now let's see how much you got. Who's the champion now?
Now, do you think this is the downward slide of Dominic Reyes? Do you think this is the first loss and he starts going downhill?
Dominic Reyes may be the ugliest human being I've ever seen in my life.
What are you talking about? I've seen way uglier people than him.
Oh my gosh. This guy.
What are you talking about?
He's just the weirdest looking dude, and he needs to get his teeth fixed. He needs to
He's trying.
Dude, you just fought John Jones, and I'm sure you made a good paycheck. Go to the dentist. This is the thing. He better. I want him to win so he can get his teeth fixed. No, but I think that he realized that. I think that he realized that, and because when he was calling out John Jones, he wasn't just calling out John Jones as like, "Oh, I beat you." I think it sounded like, "Oh, I'm ready to fix that." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm ready to fix that. John Jones, whether he ran away from the division or not, or whether he, whatever the narrative you want to play, John Jones is still the greatest. And you know what? I think John Jones will move on to the heavyweights, and he'll piece those dudes up too because they're slower than these guys, than the guys that he was fighting. They're older. He's a little older. He's a little slower. And not that he's lost a step in any way, but now he doesn't have to worry about holding a belt. He could just fight again, which I think is mentally what he needed. You know what I mean? It's not about, oh, I need to hold this belt forever. And there is a thing, right? Like, if you want to keep your belt, you fight a smart fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's what he's done. But he hasn't. But it's like everybody's like, oh, where's the old John Jones? Well, the dude, you're expecting him to keep his belt. So is he just going to go out there like a madman every time? No, he's going to keep his belt. He's keeping his paycheck. He's feeding his family. It makes sense. Anybody that thinks differently is probably an idiot. But that's not what people want to see. But I think Dominic Reyes, I think he has it in him. I love Jan Blachowicz. He's nasty.
I think
he's a great fighter. I think he's a great fighter. He has a big all of Poland behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a huge following for him.
He's
it's great
Polish
for
Conor McGregor.
And the thing is, a lot of people sleep on him too. But the dude can. I mean, you see the Luke Rockhold fight.
He's fought 34 times.
I mean, the dude he's a monster. He's a monster. He's fought a lot of people, and man, does he have some serious power.
Go down to the stats real quick. I just want to see.
No problem.
Where we're at. Just
wins by knockout, 58% to Reyes, 27% to Jan. Decision 38% for Jan, 25% for Dominic Reyes.
Now he's better on the ground.
Yeah, well look at him.
No, I know, I see. But he's a little bit better on the ground, or this fight will go the distance. That's what I'm seeing from these
Look
stats.
at the strikes though. They both put out. They both
strike,
and in their fights they both are very active fighters.
These are pretty even fights. And
Jan is a stalker. Like,
oh yeah,
Jan will stalk you. He's like a predator. He'll stalk you, wait for you, but he'll throw. He's good. He's like where he's waiting for the one punch, but he continues to throw combinations. He continues to put in work to make it 100%. Like somebody we know, Tyrone Woodley,
David.
But Dominic Reyes, man, this dude, the way he fought John Jones, the way he used his distance control against John Jones, he can make it dirty. He could take a punch because John hit him with elbows and fists and everything, and he didn't go down. It was a war.
Yeah, but he still lost.
I don't know if Jan's been in a war like that. Now, looks like Jan's going to try to take him down and smash him. Now, we did see John Jones takedown I'm pretty sure in the last couple rounds, he took down Dominic Reyes in the last 2 rounds.
Threw him around a little bit, so I think that's why John...
He does have an 82% takedown defense, though, so there's that, too. Look, I hate Dominic Reyes with all my heart.
Oh, I don't hate him. I think he's a great fighter.
I think he's a phenomenal fighter. I think that...
ego.
And man, he's a weirdo, and he's a weird guy. You know, hey, Dominic Reyes, if you would love to be on our podcast and have us interview, we would love to have you so we can understand your weirdness, you know? So we're going to tag you in this.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, look, I'm going Dom Reyes. I think he'll pull it away. I don't think it's going to be an easy fight. I think it's going to be a war. I think Reyes will pick him apart, and the game changer will be did he, on this year of not fighting anybody, knowing that he's going to basically fight Jan, or knowing that he's going to fight Jones again, whatever the case may be, or whatever he thought was going to happen, is his gas tank bigger? Because this fight will go to the 4th, 5th round, I think. I think it will get that far, but I think, does he have it? Does he want it? And that's what it'll come down to. Does he want it? He had his chance.
I think 3rd or 4th round, and Jan chokes him out.
Okay.
Or hits him in an armbar.
Well, we're pretty much opposite on most of these on this.
Well, not really, because we're only opposite on 2 of these.
Yeah. But, so I'm going Reyes. And you're going Jan?
Mr. Jan, man, because I think he can be champ.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Go for a title shot.
Well, this is the thing, right? Who does he have to fight that's coming up?
Dominic Reyes. And then John Jones.
No, John Jones.
Or no, he
heavyweight.
Yeah, no.
So there is guys, but the thing is that I think that both these guys potentially could beat all the guys underneath.
Yeah, 100%.
That is why they're number 1 and 3.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Now
you also have to think, Thiago Santos. Can these guys beat that guy? Which Dominic Reyes has. What's the other guy?
Because you beat a guy one time doesn't mean you're not going to beat him again.
That's very true. So anyways, I'm going Reyes, you're going Blankowicz.
Mr. Blankowicz.
Okay. Now for
the main event.
It's the main event of the evening. This bout is sponsored by Big Nipples Incorporated.
Actually, Jack's Pickles and Penis Pumps
LLC. Go to jackspicklesandpenispumps.com, csncproductions.com. Go buy your merch. Buy everything. Everything on there, just click all. When it says products, just click all and put in cart. Buy them. We're gonna have It's a Fight shirts. We got our Jack the Pickle shirts. We got our Chocolate Swimming Chapstick shirts for the other podcasts that we do. We got things. We got cups. We got hats. We got shirts. Did we say shirts?
We said shirt.
We got, I said hats.
You said hats.
We got other things. We got a fanny pack.
Yeah.
Bam, snap. Yeah. Right. So, Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. Bing, bang, boom. Who do you go for before we get into it?
Brazilian Superman Paulo.
It's hard to
Paulo.
Look, and I am the one who said this, and you and Ellie consistently bring it back up, but never bet against a Brazilian. So I truly believe that, but with a small exception.
The eraser.
The re-racer. The re-racer.
The eraser, not the re-racer.
I know. So Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. Clearly I have Israel Adesanya because that's a smart bet. Also, Israel Adesanya is, in my opinion, the man. I think he is the next Anderson Silva, the next John Jones. I think he's the guy that's going to hold the belt, piece everybody up. He's hungry. He wants the fights. He's a fighter. I have never seen, and I have seen, but this guy and his vision, and it's not about like Yeah, you have good fight IQ because there's been a lot of kickboxing fights and all that. But this guy's vision for like where he places his strikes, how he traps people is rightfully so the champion of the world.
And
He's
I
the
am
man.
not saying that that's not the case at all. And
It's hard
I
to bet
think
against
Israel
him when you look at
Adesanya
that, right?
is
You're like, Jesus
an
Christ.
amazing. He is the last style bender. I mean, he can basically piece anybody up and take them apart.
And he can do everything.
But
just like the Avatar.
when you see these two side by side, like we're looking at them right now,
it's terrifying.
Paulo Costa looks like the Brazilian Superman. He's got the 8-pack, the literal biceps that look like he's hiding 2 small dogs in his arms.
Yeah.
And,
just bricks. They're just cinder blocks
and
of
he's
biceps.
He's got the hands of a madman. And it looks like he's just going to walk through them.
He's a very scary... And you know what seems to me the most terrifying thing is? You're like, how do I hurt this guy? Right? He's got body armor.
Well,
he literally brought armor to a fight.
So he was a bodybuilder, right?
Yeah. So
okay, so
he's so solid.
Those muscles are solid as anything.
Dense. It's hard to hurt him.
He's a walking cinder block, basically.
It's hard to hurt him. But 19-0 versus 13-0. This is the battle of the O's.
The undefeated. The only defeat that either one
the
of these people will have
Nigerian
is
versus the Brazilian. The Aussie versus the Brazilian, because he's also from New Zealand. But Israel Adesanya, 6'4". Paulo Costa, 6'1". Obviously, they're both 185 pounds. In order for this fight to go down and for it to be for a belt, they must both weigh in at 185 pounds. Not 185.5, not 186, not 184, 185 pounds.
And we got an 8-inch reach for Adesanya over Paulo Costa,
and
which
a 40
terrifying.
And a
that's a
4-inch,
that's a 5-inch.
basically a 5-inch reach,
5-inch leg reach.
Yeah.
So he's just going to be like trying to get around Paulo Costa, and he can easily do it.
Paulo Costa, obviously 92% knockout average.
He did have one submission, which is very weird.
He choked out one guy, and I think he did just rear naked choke him too.
I'm pretty sure he just kind of grabbed his head and squeezed it.
He's like, oh. He just force choked him. The guy, he walks up and he just puts his arm out, and the guy's like,
stop.
The tap.
Knockdown average is
yeah. They're both pretty. Now, Adesanya has been in a lot of wars,
100%.
right? So,
oh my god.
landed per minute 8.83.
For Paulo
Costa.
The fact that you have that's
insane. Yeah, that might be one of the highest outputs I've ever. And these are landed. 8.83 strikes per minute. This guy's landing. I'm on an average of all of his fights. That's insane.
And you got an average of 4 for Adesanya.
Yep, an average of 4, and then significant strikes 48%, 59%. And really, that's just because this man just does not stop throwing punches. And absorbed per minute 5.79.
He can take.
He's a tank.
He's
just a tank. And absorbed punches, Adesanya is just you can't hit the guy.
Yeah.
You can't hit Adesanya. He has a 2.4 absorbed strike rate, so that means he never gets hit.
Out of the way.
He just doesn't get hit. His defense, rightfully so, he doesn't get hit. 65%. They gave Paulo Costa a 50% only because his defense is his self. His body is his defense.
He absorbs the hits, and it's like you never even.
I mean, you look at that fight with Yoel Romero. He may be the only guy to have ever walked Yoel Romero down and stood in Yoel Romero's like, "Oh, I'm not going to go anywhere," and Paulo Costa's like, "Okay." And he just walks right in, and he's like, "Fine, you can hit me. I'm going to punch you 8.8 times per minute." It's like crazy. Takedown defense. They both have impeccable takedown defense. 81% for Paulo Costa, 86% for Adesanya. Submission average, 0.35% for Adesanya. Meaning that's how, per 15-minute round, that's how often he'll go for a submission. Paulo Costa's, if you're gonna guess it, 0. So that means that rear naked choke was a complete accident.
Oh yeah, no, he
and he was probably ground and pounding the guy. Ended up giving his back because he was tired of getting hit in the face.
Did he like stand up and like squeeze somebody's head or something? Or was that another fighter?
No, he might have been the one that literally on the cage and just stood out and choked him. I think that's him. Yeah, it could be. Either way. Oh no, that's not him. No. That was thing who just got rocked by Hazmachayev, who's just the talk of the town, clearly. But I think after Israel Adesanya puts Paulo Costa in his place at number 2, where he rightfully belongs.
So your bet is for Israel Adesanya to keep his belt.
Izzy, my dog. I've picked you 2 times. I've picked you actually every time that I've ever seen you fight. I've picked you. But you're gonna win this, dude. You're the champ. You're the man. You're the greatest. You want to say anything to Paulo Costa?
Paulo.
I want to be the champion.
Keep walking straight through Israel.
What are you doing, Cox? Walk hard.
Walk until
walk hard.
But no, I think that's Paulo Costa just gonna.
Now this is the thing. Paulo Costa, the way he fights is he goes in and he'll stand there and he'll trade punches with you. The way Izzy fights is he wants people to come in and he'll run him down. He's like, "Oh, you want to be a bull? You want to run me down?" And I mean, look at the Whitaker fight where he literally dropped him on his back foot. Look at, I mean, dude. And if people say, "Oh, well," like you say, Paulo Costa is just this monster of a human being. Well, we can look at John Jones. The only other person to really fight like John Jones is Israel Adesanya. Is Anderson Silva, are those guys. And all of those guys, John Jones and Anderson Silva, fought tanks. John Jones, his first fight, 19 years old, coming into the UFC. Who's his fight with? Vitor Belfort comes in, flying knee. I mean, look, doesn't matter how big you are. I want everybody to know that out there. I'm not afraid of nobody. I'll get beat up, but I'm not afraid of nobody. I don't care how big you are. That's the point in jiu-jitsu. That's the point of knowing how to not get hit. And doesn't matter how big you are. You can always fight. If you're the littler person, there's always a way. And guess what? Israel Adesanya is not the littler person. He's a tall guy fighting some buff bodybuilder who thinks he's going to come and walk his way through the UFC. Well, guess what, bud? Israel Adesanya, Izzy, my dog, he's going to piece you up, son. He's going to make you the champion of nothing. So go home, Costa.
Why are you taking this so personally?
I don't know. I love Israel Adesanya. I think he's a great fighter. I think I watch his fights so much because I watch every little technique he does, how he traps people. I think it's incredible.
Well, you go work that off. Thank you guys for joining us so much. And remember to like, subscribe, and
go to
the links below.
Yeah, go to all the links. And go to Jack's Pickles and Penis Pumps.com. I repeat, Jack's Pickles and Penis Pumps.com.
Or csncproductions.com. We love you guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Deuces.